My name is Coach Margot, and thank you very much for pressing play on this very short video today. Now, today's very short video is something what some of us will definitely relate to, okay? Now, if you've been around the sport of boxing for a long time, okay, you will know that there has to be a winner and a loser, okay, unless the fight is deemed a draw, okay? Which is very rare in boxing. The odds of that is very high. I think the odds of that is 2,000 and something to 1. Okay, that's what the mathematicians and statisticians work it out as. Yeah, so yes, that means it's going to be very rare. So as I said, there has to be a winner and there has to be, unfortunately, a loser. Okay, even when somebody loses, it can be, it can be even within put on a good performance. But unfortunately, they may get knocked out. They may, lose on points because the person wants beat them, raise the game, whatever reason, whatever way. Okay, there has to be a winner, has to be a loser, and as I said, very, very little chances of it being a draw. Right. So generally, this is normal. This is how it is. Okay, just because you lose doesn't mean it's the end of the world. And just because you win doesn't mean that you're going to go on to bigger and better things. Sometimes a loser generally goes on to better and bigger things, normally and naturally. But generally being around boxing, honestly, going into that changing room, in some cases, you have to hear a lot of things, okay? Especially if you've got two opponents in the same changing room, which is very rare, but it does happen, okay? And the thing what I'm talking about here is the boxer's excuses. Absolutely, the boxer's excuses. Okay, and I'm not going to go through that many of them, but what I'm going to say is sometimes fighters are so talented, but they have not got a good work ethic. Okay, sometimes they are so talented, but have not got the work ethic, okay? Sometimes the ones what are average seem to be the ones what actually put in the work, put in the fitness work on their nutrition, work on the technical side with the coach, okay? These are the ones what seems to be the ones what win a lot, or give the ones what are talented and with a bad ethic, okay, work ethic, the problems, right? So, as I said, this is about some of the excuses what you may hear. Okay, and I'm only going to go through two of them today. The first one is, I could have trained harder for this fight. Could have trained harder for this fight. Now, when you have a coach, a boxing coach, strength and conditioning coach, or a team around you, the team will make sure, okay, that you're putting in the work needed and necessary to put you in a great position to win the fight, okay? And this is always the case and always will be the case. However, some aspects of a training camp, you have to be responsible for what you actually do, okay? Nobody can force you what to eat, okay? Unless you're actually in a camp where you're living together, working together, etc. But this is very rare unless you get to World Championship stages. Okay? No one can govern what you put in your mouth. They can guide you towards what you need to be eating, give you the measurements of what you need to be eating, but nobody can actually guide you to where you need it and what you need to be eating. 1 second here, 1 second. 1 second here. 1 second here. Nobody can actually guide you to what you need to be eating. Nobody can make you get the extra reps out. Okay? No one can make you get the extra reps out. Okay? Sometimes people do the work, whatever the type of work is, and they know that they can do that little bit more. Guess what they do? They do not go beyond what they can do. Okay? They coax about it, but don't realize these are the same things what will allow them to get to a higher level within their sport. So these are the two things. 1 second. 1 second. What is calling me? Right. So what I'm saying here is nobody can take you to that pinnacle other than yourself. So when you're training for a fight, okay, when you have to go through little bits of thresholds of pain and eat the right type of foods, make sure you do it, because at the end of the day, when you're walking towards that ring and when you come out of the ring at the end of a fight, you want to know that you've done all your strength and conditioning, you've done all your technical work, you've done all your sparring, you've ate all the right foods, what you should have been eating, you've rested the right way, you've not overtrained, but you've trained to the peak of your abilities. When that first bell rings, or even the last bell sounds, or even if you get knocked down and you have to pick yourself up off the canvas, you know really that you've done everything what you've been told to do, and everything what you could do within your restrictions of what you can do, okay? That is the thing, because far too many fighters blame it on that they didn't do enough of this and they didn't do enough of that. The onus is on the fighter, the onus is on the team, but the onus is on the fighter at the end of the day. Here's the other thing. Fighters generally have this thing about, I really struggled to make the weight, okay? Really struggled to make the weight. They had to eat rabbit food, you know, they had to spend the last few days of them making a weight cut on broccoli and cabbage and water up to a certain point, okay? A good coach, a good management team will know that if you're struggling to make the weight, it's going to be time to then move you up into a different weight class. Simple. You know, many fighters have gone from one weight class to another weight class because they cannot make the weight. Do not blame the fact that you cannot make the weight on the reason why you've actually lost, because here's the thing. Sometimes people blame it on the weight, okay, and they may fight again months to come in the same weight category and they put on a great performance. What an excuse. Can't make the weight. A lot of the time this is a load of BS, okay? So those are just the two things. Okay, being around boxing, there's loads of things what I could put in here, and I will do. I'm going to do a video of 10 reasons and 10 excuses what boxers say when they actually lose fights. So that's my video for today. Okay, I'm going to have more videos coming for you. As I said, the next one I'm going to be concentrating on is fights what have happened in British rings. What some of them we don't even know about because they're not big names, but they were absolutely fit fights. What I can remember in my time, what nobody actually really talked about. Alright? So anyway, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for my up and coming videos. Remember also, my name's Coach Martin Gooden, and what I do is the CPT, okay, Mindset and Boxing Lifestyle Coaching Program, which is for those who want to live the life of a fighter, okay? So you go through the strength and conditioning, the nutrition, the technical side of boxing, for those who actually fight and for those who want to do the training and live the life without actually fighting or sparring, okay? This is a program what is geared towards getting you results, making you mentally stronger, making you physically stronger, making you learn the rudiments of boxing and getting you lean and fit, ready for life. Thanks for pressing play. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel.